Hey Sneakies, welcome back for some more Warframe on the PlayStation 4. In this episode we introduce the Silva Aegis sword and shield combination, and we even do another new mission on Mercury, so let's get to the foundry first. Now the build requirements really aren't too outrageous: 3 gallium, 1200 ferrite, 1600 alloy plates, and 1 forma, as you would expect from any clan dojo weapon. And it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun to use, so let's build this, and in 12 hours we'll have it ready to claim. Now here we are ready to grab it and head into the mission, so let's get on with it. Back to the arsenal. I thought Oberon was the most appropriate Warframe to use with the sword and shield because he is a paladin Warframe. And as you can see, I've updated his color scheme so he has a little bit more white mixed in now. Anyways, let's take a quick look at his mod setup for this episode. Alright, so Steel Charge is his aura mod. It adds extra melee damage. It's also maxed out, and it's giving 18 extra points because the polarity matches Oberon's default polarity slot here. And I also have Smite equipped, which is basic ability. Hollow Ground, which is actually my favorite ability he has. Makes fire come up out of the ground. And Renewal is his healing ability. It helps regenerate health over time for the whole team. Intensify adds extra power strength. Vitality extra health. Streamline makes abilities cost less points to cast. And Continuity allows his abilities to last for a longer duration. And that'll be our Oberon setup for this episode. Now we're going to take a quick look at the Silva and Aegis. Now, not only is it cool because it's a sword and shield combination, but it also has fire that comes out of it, so it's going to be really awesome to play around with. And you can see the sword's actually really short. It's more like a dagger, if anything. And just look at that shield. It looks really cool. So we're going to take a quick look at the polarity icons on it by default. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't have any polarity icons by default aside from the stance slot, but that's something that's typically there anyway. I don't think I even have a mod that would work in that slot currently, so I'm going to have to go farming for something. We wouldn't equip it anyway yet because I want to show you exactly how this plays in its absolute bare bones form. So let's get into the mission. Back to Mercury with Boethius. This will be a mobile defense mission. Grenier faction controls it. Their levels range from 6 to 7. As always, Sneakies, don't forget to click like if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more in this series. And never miss another video in the series ever again by clicking subscribe to become a Sneaky today. And here we go. Infiltrated, here we go.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
Now you can already see how cool they look. They're on fire, so it's going to be awesome to use them in combat. Really epic. Let's do this. Alright, so mobile defense mission, you have to pick up this data mass at the start. Only one person on the team has to carry it. Because I'm solo, obviously it's only going to be me. Not bad so far. Now while you're holding the data mass, you can only use your secondary and your melee weapon, so it's not ideal, but it's alright if you have this situation where we're doing an intro anyway with the melee weapon. Good stuff so far. So while you're holding down the block button, you're actually using your shield to block instead of with the other weapons where you actually ricochet bullets. So that's definitely a nice little change of pace. We're going to take this out with the Ignis. Hopefully it works. Yes, it does. Nice. Obviously, this would have been more of an ideal melee weapon in an infestation mission because they're vulnerable to fire specifically. But it should still be pretty effective against this Grenier faction here. I mean, look at it. It's tearing right through them like they're nothing. Because quite frankly, they are nothing. They fall before the might of Oberon. Oh, I was hoping to sneak up on that guy. The other guy spotted me, though. Take that! Oh, it's really cool if you jump up in the air and slam down. It actually burns fire out. I didn't even know that. We'll definitely be using that more often. Oh, we got a large group of them over here. He's trying to set off the alarm. Take that! He went flying in the air. Oh, yes. I'm a big fan of this weapon already. It really does add some variety to the melee weapons. And if you know me, I'm all about variety. If something plays differently, even if it's a weaker weapon, more than likely I'm going to want to mess around with it. Now back to the mobile defense part. So basically we're going to take this data mass and burn it to 2 different computer terminals. Then we'll have to defend it defense style, and it should be pretty simple even though you normally don't want to do this solo. These enemies are such a low level anyway, it shouldn't really make too much of a difference. Oh, we got an Eximus in here. You can tell there's an Eximus if you see that there's a circle below you. It's either a fire circle or it's an ice circle or something like that. And I just use his healing ability, Renewal. This basically allows you to regenerate your health for a little bit while it's still active. It works for your entire team. And there's a hollowed ground as well. This is a great ability. It's my favorite Oberon ability because it's really the defensive ability he has. It allows you to hold down an area. If enemies run through it, they're getting damage over time, so you can kind of use it on choke points if you know enemies are going to be spawning and rushing through there. And it's going to be really effective here where it's a mobile defense mission because I'm going to know that they're going to come through certain points anyway to have to reach these computer terminals. And we already leveled it up. Nicely done. Oh, we're messing these guys up left and right. Oh, lost our shields. Lost them. But they do not stand a chance against the might of Oberon. Now we shall continue. Always go up this ramp here. I always forget about it. Even though every time on this tile set, when you come through here, you always have to go up it. I always run past it.
Watch yourself. Foot soldiers are on the way.
In true noob fashion, of course. This guy just doesn't give up. There we go. Looks like this next room is the area that leads into the 2 computer terminals. There's a door on the left and right. Oh, take that. Oh, it didn't even affect him. What the heck? Demand a recount. Alright, that's a little bit better. Man, I'm probably just going to stick around and just keep fighting these enemies even when I don't have to. You really do want to clear out the area before you even put the data mass into the computer terminal anyway, but I just feel like doing it just because I can. Oh, that is epic skills right there. Perfect shot. Oberon's on fire.
This will take a moment.
Alright, now if you look on the left-hand side of the screen, I have to defend this computer terminal for about a minute and a half. I'm going to launch a hollow ground there. I'm also going to launch one down this side too, as I know enemies are going to try rushing down both of them. And then realistically, all I have to do now is just watch this middle path. I mean, the enemies might still try to rush through and they might get through if they have enough health. But odds are the ones I have to worry about are going to come from this middle pathway. If they're even going to come up here at all, I'm not even sure. It doesn't look like they're even bothering. I guess the Silva Aegis in combination with Oberon's evil color scheme is really scaring them off. They're not even bothering to come over. No fun. Now I'm just holding down the block button and my shield is literally absorbing all the bullets. This is a lot of fun. And this was just added in the last update, by the way. This is also a Clan Dojo research weapon, so if you're curious to find the blueprint for it, that's where you have to go. And I can tell you so far, it's a lot of fun to use, so definitely consider getting it. Anybody else want to go, huh? You want to go too? Bring it on. They keep, like, partially coming down, then they rush backwards. They know exactly what's going to happen if they try to come down. I'm surprised they're not running away and retreating, waving their white flags. Oh, you're trying to use a flamethrower on me? I don't think so, bub. Flanking is always a great tactic. Oh, let's see if we can get these guys too. Oh, I'm losing my health. Oh, but I still took them all down.
Area completed. Move on.
And now that I've successfully held down the area, all I have to do is grab the data mask and continue to the next terminal. But for now, I'm going to take down the rest of these enemies because this is too fun. Can't pass up the opportunity. Where are you going? I can probably even change the fire to like electricity or ice or even poison if I put on different mods. I'm going to have to mess around with that to test it out. That'd be really cool if I could change it. Alright, so we got the data mask. We're going to head across the hall to the next room.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Breach complete. We're free to proceed.
Just going to lay a hollow ground down here for this Eximus as soon as he comes through here. That should hold him off pretty well. Oh yes, it already took him down. Nice. I really do like how they have the room set up differently than the other side, because in most games like this, they likely would have made an exact replica of the other side, so that's definitely nice. Really looks like the enemies aren't even coming through here either. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, here we go. We have somebody.
We are finished here. Move on.
Obviously didn't work out for him. Oh, shield guy too. I wonder what happens if I actually run up holding my shield out while I run into another shield guy. I wonder if that has some kind of effect. hopefully I'll get to test that out. And that was a really quick data terminal. Now we're just going to get to the extraction point on the green icon on the mini-map. Oh yes! Not before we let some more grenades on fire. Take that! Oh, I didn't even realize that guy was down here. Looks like he knocked me back with his shield, but I was like still holding the shield up and I just slid backwards without falling down. That's pretty nice. Oh, you can't block the flamethrower. I guess that was to be expected. But still, kind of wish I could have. Oh, don't worry, I'm not forgetting about you. Take some of this! This really helps satisfy my inner pyromaniac just like the Ignis does. I love these fire weapons. Oh, there's another flamethrower. Don't even bother trying to protect against it. Resistance is futile. I smite thee! It's kind of a useless ability, but I still like shouting that out when I cast it. That's the only reason why I bothered to do it. It might be more powerful if I actually upgrade it and try to test it out. I typically make that judgment before I even upgrade them, so I look like a fool later on, but a lot of people seem to tell me that Smite's not a very good ability, so I'm going to assume that is an accurate assumption. Great, we gotta whip out the Ignis again. Okay, and then up the stairs. Oh, looks like there's another one I'm gonna have to take out. These traps are everywhere.
You are surrounded by Grenier Marines.
They're never ending. Alright, there should be a good number of enemies in this area. I'm gonna take them all out. Fire style. I just like running around holding the shield up. Let my carrier sentinel do most of the work. Oh yes, gotcha. Oh, we got a bunch of enemies down there. Let's get out of here before they start coming after me. But of course there's a large group over here too. Ah! But they shall all fall before my fury. So I actually enjoy Oberon. He's pretty fun to use because he has some decent abilities. In a way, he's kind of like a jack of all trades in a sense. Like, he has some healing potential. He's obviously not the best healer. He also has some defensive potential, but he's not even close to the best defensive Warframe. And Paladins in general are meant to be tanks. I don't really consider him to be one. But I'm sure if they decide to in future updates, they can definitely tune him to change that a bit. He's kind of like half healer, half tank. That's what a Paladin's normally in MMO games. I used to play as one in EverQuest, so that's why I was pretty excited about acquiring Oberon when I saw that he was a Paladin Warframe.
Override successful. Let's get going.
They're not meant to be great at either, but they can definitely fill a role partially, or at least more of a supportive role more than anything on either side. We'll put down a hollow ground just to protect my escape route. Try to get past these fools. Not before I light them on fire, though. Haha. Alright, now let's just get out of here. We just have to get up here, and mission complete.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
And we have now arrived back on our ship. Mission is officially complete. I have to say I definitely recommend the Silva Aegis. They were a lot of fun to use, and I'm looking forward to more of them in the series. Anyway, Sneakies, I do hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to click like if you did and you want to see more in this series. Never miss another video ever again in this series either by clicking subscribe to become a Sneaky today. And I'll see you next time for some more Warframe on the PlayStation 4.